Yo, what is good, everybody? Season here, back with some more Duel Links content. Today, we are celebrating the Duelist Kingdom event once more. So, for this event, for today, rather, we talked about how the attributes will change every single day, and right now, the boosts that we have are the Wind boost and the Earth boost. So, today, we want to focus on a Wind deck, and I am bringing to you today a Gusto Mist Valley Shrine deck. So what the Wind boost does today is that you start the duel with the field spell Mist Valley Shrine. And what does that do? I'll search that for you so you guys can conveniently look at the effect. Mist Valley Shrine. Because I actually have a copy. Do I? No. I can just search it right here. Boom, right here. Shrine of Mist Valley. So once per turn, when a wind monster is destroyed by a card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon one level 3 or lower wind monster from your hand or deck. So what this can do, it can toolbox any of my Gusto monsters except for Calm Serenity of Gusto. But how do we activate that though? The thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is you can't rely on your opponent to do things for you. That's just not going to work. Well, that's when the skill comes in here. Mech Lord Emperor Human. What it does is at the beginning of the duel, it adds Mech Lord Emperor Weisel to your deck. That's not too important, but it can come up. But the most important thing is, if your life points are 2,500 or lower, you can play Spark Breaker face up on your field. What does Spark Breaker do? Once per turn, you can target one monster you control and destroy it. This is how we proc the skill, ladies and gentlemen. Or this is how we proc the field spell. So, we have triple Solemn Scolding right here just to control the board and lower our life points by 3,000. So we'll be able to have this skill live, activate Spark Blaster, and then activate the field spell. And then from there, you can toolbox any wind monster into your deck. But here's the gold, ladies and gentlemen, Gusto Gulldo. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 2 or lower Gusto monster. So it misses timing in the sense that you cannot, like, say, Synchro Summon a 3 and a 2, go into the 5, and then get the effect. You need the last thing to happen is to be it going to the graveyard. So Spark Blaster is the last thing that happens, and then not only will Gusto Gulldo activate, but Mist Valley Shrine will activate. So you will get 2 cards going onto the field. That's absolutely insane. So we're running triple Gulldo, triple Winda because it's the monster we're going to float into. We run triple Calm just because we want a little bit of the draw power. I don't have every Gusto monster, unfortunately. Like, I'm missing Squirrel. I only have 1 copy of Pilica, only 1 copy of Gulldo. So I have to work with what I have. But Calm just lets us draw, which is very important. We need to keep our resources up, especially when we're running this Lightning Vortex. Lightning Vortex is just very good going second, but also you can discard Gusto Griffin. And Gusto Griffin, if it's sent from the hand to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Gusto monster. So then you can just gain advantage from that. So basically, these 3 right here, the Eagle, the Gulldo, and the Winda, they are all floaters. We want to see them turn 1 just to stall as much as possible. Pelicas will special summon a Wind Tuner, so either our Gusto Gulldo and our Eagle, and then it locks us into Wind for the rest of the turn. And our Synchro toolbox right here is 2 Daigusto Gulldo, 1 Phantom Beast Conqueruda. It's just a Wind Synchro monster, level 7. It's the only Wind 7 I have, except for Daigusto Emerald. No, Daigusto Eagles. And Eagles is kind of bad because you need another Gusto monster. So what Conqueruda does is just a generic because we need it to be generic, just in case we want a toolbox, and Pilica locks you out into Wind monsters, so it's the only thing we're going to have. We have 2 6s here, just because Pilica plus a Gulldo is a 6, Gulldo plus a Calm is a 7, 3 and 2 equals 5, 1 and 4 equals 5. And then we have Cyber/Harpy. This is a hard-to-make card, however, if you have a 3, 2, and another 3, you can make it. If you have Daigusto Gulldos and a Gulldo, you can make it, so it's very good to do. And you can also proc the Cyber/Harpy by using Spark Blaster or Spark Breaker, because you activate it and then Cyber/Harpy can use the effect, because you can use Spark Breaker on either player's turn. And then we have 1 Mistworm just to have a Mistworm. Like, we could actually make this any card, but it actually came up just having the 9. You never know what toolbox you want to go into. Also, Contact with Gusto. great card. You shuffle 2 Gusto monsters back into the graveyard, from the graveyard into the deck, and you pop any card on the field. This is how we remove back row. This is how we remove most monsters, say if it's like Vortex, because Vortex and Gulldo, they only hit face-up monsters. So this concept with Gusto is very good. There's also like Gusto traps that you can run, like the special summoning ones, but I want to just make sure Scolding is live whenever we have it. I don't want to like have it in the opening hand as well as Scolding and just kind of be down bad. But yeah, this is the deck. I'm super stoked to show you the replays because for those who don't know, Gusto is my favorite archetype of all time. I love Gusto so much. Ever since I was like a teenager, you know, just playing Gusto for the first time, or just like the dual tournament lore in general. I came back into the game from the 5Ds era. I played a little bit of DM when I was like a kid and I didn't know what to do. And this is my first competitive deck. So I have so much love for this deck. It's so unfortunate that they're bad. But hopefully this skill and the boost is actually enough to just do what they need to do. And Daigusto Gulldo is a hell of a card. It's my favorite card of all time. I love this card so much. It's so cool. But let's go into the replays, shall we, everybody? So we're going to go into the PvP area. I got a couple replays for you. This deck is very complicated, I feel. I was just playing the deck on my own, and the first like 5 or so games, I had no idea what I was doing. But now, you know, the first replays are more me knowing how the deck functions, so this is good. The more that I play the deck, the more I think it's so much fun. It's so complicated. It's such a toolbox that you need to know what to do at all times. But right now, we're going to go into Evil Heroes. So, right off the bat, you're going to see my hand. I just played this duel. My hand is garbage. I bricked so hard. Because, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, also, look at all these skills. Holy shit. I see no back row. I see no floaters. Calm needs things in the graveyard. Pelican needs things in the graveyard. Calm needs things in the graveyard. And Griffin needs something to discard it. So this is an awful hand. I feel so bad about this. And we're going first. So what we're just going to do is we're going to set Calm. And we're going to pass here because this is a evil hero player. I can tell, you know, just by the evil. They also did the malicious heroes thingy right there. So, I am like, okay. The best I can see here is if hopefully he summons Malicious Edge and attacks over me. If he attacks over me with Malicious Edge, I will be in skill range and I am good to go. All I need to do to unbrick my hand is to be in skill. Because if I can get Spark Breaker, I am good to go, 100%. So we're just going to pass here. He's going to set 2 cards. Normal summon Stratos. Stratos is going to search for the Malicious Edge. And then he's going to activate the Dark Fusion, I believe. There we go. Dark Fusion sending both of the Malicious Edges to the graveyard to Fusion summon Malicious Fiend. There we go. So now he's going to attack with his Stratos, and then his Malicious Fiend is going to put us at 500 life points left, but that's totally okay, because now we can activate our skill. We use the Mech Lord Emperor Human skill, and now we have Spark Breaker, and we activate Mist Valley, Shrine of the Mist Valley, and now we're looking very good, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to set this card just in case it's a Karmic Cut, because I just want to get some sort of advantage as possible. We're going to set Eagle, activate Spark Breaker. Spark Breaker is going to destroy Eagle. And then Shrine of Mist Valley is going to activate, and we're going to special summon a level 3 or lower wind monster, which is Gusto Gulldo. It has its effects negated, but we don't care because monsters with effects negated actually gain their effect if they go to the graveyard, if they are floaters. So all of the Gusto floaters do not care if they're effect negated. So it's very good. The only thing it affects is Pelika. So now it's his turn, and we are immediately on the draw phase. We're not going to let him do anything, dude. We're going to immediately pop the Gulldo. So, what this does is, as you can see here, Gusto Gulldo is going to activate and Shrine is going to activate, meaning we get 2 searches. So we're going to special summon another, we're going to special summon a Winda, and then we're going to special summon another copy of Gulldo. So, we just literally gained a card for free. Like, this is the same exact Gulldo. Like it's the same exact card. We just put this card on the board for free. Incredible. So, Stratos is going to attack into Winda, but Winda, when it's destroyed by battle, it searches into Gusto Tuner monster. So we're going to bring out another Gulldo. And now what this does is it ensures we always have Gulldo for the next turn so we can Spark Breaker it. But Gulldo is going to die, and then we're going to bring out a Winda. And now we have 2 and 3 right here. We can actually make our Gusto Gulldos next turn. Or Daigusto Gulldos, sorry. We're going to start the turn immediately and go into Gusto Gulldo. We actually bricked here on the draw. We drew Solemn Scolding, which does nothing for us anymore, but that's okay. Because watch this turn. This turn was crazy, guys. He's going to, on the summon, flip Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain negates our monsters. We cannot activate the effects. But let me tell you a little bit about Yu-Gi-Oh, ladies and gentlemen. When you use an effect, there's 3 steps. Activation, cost, effect. Fiendish Chain negates the effect, meaning you can do the activation and you can do the cost. So, what do I do here? I use Daigusto Gulldos to shuffle, for cost, 2 Gusto monsters. Both of my Gusto Gulldos, so I can put them back into the deck. If I put both of the Gusto monsters back into the deck, my effects are negated. I don't care. All I wanted was to put cards back into the deck. And then I normal summon Pilica here. Pilica's going to special summon the other Gulldo. We're going to sync off the Daigusto Gulldos and the Gusto Gulldo to make Cyber/Harpy. Because we can use Spark Breaker on the Pilica and then trigger Cyber/Harpy. Amazing. And then we can get a search off of Shrine of Mist Valley. However, he activates Canadia here. But that's totally fine. I'm going to chain Cyber/Harpy, bounce the Malicious Fiend, see you later. And I don't care that I'm face down, because I'm going to pop my own Harpy Lady, activate the effect of Shrine of Mist Valley, and then I'm going to go to Gulldo. Gulldo is going to sync up with Pilica, and we're going to go into Kandama. This is just a 2800 beat stick. You just have 1 card left in hand. You're going to have 1 card to draw. What are you going to do? Even if you out it, I can Spark Breaker on the next turn and go into a defense position Gulldo. Like, I'm looking so good. That's the power of this deck, because it's just so versatile. And he just gives up here. He just attacks me. And then, you know, that's just game. We're just going to normal summon the Calm here, just in case he has, like, a hand trap or something. I don't know. Like, I was kind of scared just in case he was just BMing and then had a hand trap all along. But that was the game. As you can see, this deck can toolbox so well. Oh my god. And this deck's grind game is incredible. Watch this duel. This is against Arrow Mage, I believe. This is either against Arrow Mage or Fire Kings. For sure, anyway. Yeah, this is against Arrow Mage. So, they're going to have the water skill. This is presumably for their Arrow Mage Jasmine. But that's okay, you know, we don't care. So they're going to start the duel with Aroma Guarding, set 1, pass. This is probably a Jasmine, like the one with 1900 defense. That's what I'm thinking. But you know what? I don't care. Even if it could have 0 defense, I want a set, because I have Scolding on the board. I do not want to take any damage unless I need to, because I'm going to start the duel with 1000 life points. I'm just looking for any sort of activation to use Scolding on. He's going to flip Summit, and that's all I need. I want the Scolding. I want to put my skill on board. Pay 3000, destroy your card, and then we're going to activate the skill next turn. He's going to normal summon Kanaga. Kanaga is going to activate Aroma Gardening. He's going to gain 1,000 life points, and now that he has more life points than us, he is going to reduce all the cards that we have by 500, but we don't care. We have Winda. Winda is going to float into Gulldo, I believe. Yes, there we go. Our turn. So we have the setup, because we have the Spark Blaster, we have the Mist Valley Shrine, and then we have the best target of the Spark Blaster. Or Spark Breaker, sorry. Spark Blaster is Sparkman's Eclipse spell. We're going to use Spark Breaker, destroy the card. Boom, we get 2 cards. This is a 0 card Daigusto Gulldos. Because think about it. This card isn't supposed to be in our deck. We gain this card for free. We gain this card, Spark Breaker, for free. This is a 0 card Daigusto Gulldos. This Spark Breaker literally just a special summon Daigusto Gulldos. It's just crazy. Because look at this. We're going to put a 2 on the board. We're going to put a 3 on the board. We're going to sync up, I believe. No, first we're going to use Contact with Gusto so we can pop one of the back rows, because we don't want to be interrupted. So we pop the back row. And then we're going to go to Daigusto Gulldo. So we had to do that play first, because then we need to fuel the graveyard. But now we have 2 Gusto monsters in the graveyard, so we can actually use the Daigusto Gulldo's effect once more. Shuffle them both back, pop the Kanaga, and we're going to normal summon Gusto Gulldo here. And then we're going to attack with 17 with Gulldo, 34 with Daigusto Gulldos. This is lethal if he doesn't do anything about it. However, he does have the Blessed Winds. So he's going to pay 1000 life points to bring out Kanaga. And this is his huge misplay. This cost him the duel. I guarantee if it wasn't for this play, he would have won the duel. Because he gained life points. Kanaga says, once per turn, if you gain life points, you can target 1 spell or trap your opponent controls and return it to the hand. If you return Spark Breaker, I'm stuck with an attack position Gulldo. I can't do anything about it. I can't tag it out. However, he bounces back the field spell. So what this means is on the next turn, he starts his turn. I'm going to Spark Breaker, go out into my defense position monster. Now I am not afraid of anything. You need 3,800 points of damage to do lethal on me now, so I don't even care. However, if he didn't do that, he would have had 900 damage, so he actually could have probably, if he special summoned his Kanaga back, I believe, he would have been able to have lethal there, but he didn't. Actually, no, he tributed, so we were just fine either way. But he's going to attack into the Eagle after banishing the Guldo. But that's totally fine. Eagle is going to special summon Pillica. Pillica effect, when it's special summoned, it special summons back a tuner. So Eagle comes back out. We're going to activate Stride of Mist Valley. We're going to sync all three up here for Mistworm, because that was 1 plus 5, that's 6, plus 3, that's 9. So we're going to bounce all of his cards back to his hand. See ya later. However, Blessed Winds is going to activate here. He's going to special summon his Kanaga. However, we still have our normal summon available to us. Calm, we're just going to draw just to draw, you know, might as well get a draw off, just to showcase what the deck can do. We can attack here. Majorum comes out. However, we still have Mistworm's attack, and then Spark Breaker. Spark Breaker is going to pop the Calm here, and then 2 effects resolve. Shrine of Mist Valley, because we popped a monster, we're going to special summon, but also Mechalord Emperor Weisel. When a card is destroyed by a card effect, you could special summon it. So what this means is we can special summon it off of the Spark Blaster. Here comes Mechalord Emperor Weisel. We'll show the animation, because when do you ever see this card get summoned, dude? Like, no way. Impossible. So there is the Mechalord Emperor Weisel. And here comes the Guldo. And unfortunately, with this card, you can only attack with Weisel. So this is why we put Guldo in defense position. There was no way we could have gotten lethal either way. But the reason why we put Weisel on the board is because he has the continuous spell in his hand, because we bounced it. So what Weisel does is, once per turn, where is it? Once per turn during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell card, you can negate the activation and destroy it. So this puts him off of the field spell, or the continuous spell. Very, very good, meaning he only has 1 card to defend himself, basically. So we're going to attack with Weisel, deal 2,500 damage. He has 300 life points left. He's going to try to activate Aroma Gardening, but we're going to negate that with Weisel. See ya later. I believe he scoops here. Now he sets a monster. Yeah, attacks into Guldo, but Guldo is going to attack into Wind over there, and it's just, how do you deal with this board? There's no way you could deal with this board. I have 4 attacks available to me, because you could just pop Weisel. Or, I guess you only have 3 attacks available, unless you pop the Weisel first. So, third game here, I want to show you guys, there was one against the Shiranui player that I felt very good about, but I don't remember where in the replay it was. Oh, this is against the Gimmick Puppet player. We'll show this one too. This one was pretty cool. This also shows how, the stall power of this deck, you know, even if you have a bad hand, as long as you don't die, you are actually accruing advantage, for later, because we have contact with Gusto. Look at this. My hands have been so awful, guys. No floaters, but at least, at the very minimum, we have Scolding. So if we have Scolding, you know, we're fine. Scolding's so broken. We're just going to set our board here and put a Shrine of Mist Valley. The reason why we do this is because in the case that he brings out Giant Grinder, and tries to pop one of our cards later, like say he destroys this card or something, it'll pop the card and then we'll get the bounce, or get the search. So he's gonna activate a skill. This skill is so fucking good, dude. You put Dreary Doll, and then you put Destroy. So what this does is you just get a free Exe summon. Destroy is going to pop itself, the special summon 2 Gimmick Puppets. He's gonna Exe 8 right here, Zombicide. However, we don't want Zombicide to negate anything, so because it's technically not on the field yet, it hasn't been properly summoned, it cannot activate its effect, because we use Scolding. Scolding negates the summoning entirely, so we can't activate the effect of chaining it, so it's just gone. He's just going to banish into Dreary Doll here, just to put a little bit of defense, but that's totally fine. We're going to activate our skill, flip summon our Falco. We don't need to, but we're just going to do it anyways. Falco is going to give us our Guldo here. Guldo is going to attack into the monster. However, he's going to special summon his Twilight Joker. Before we start anything, we're going to Spark Breaker here. If you're asking why I do it at the start of the turn and why not wait for an activation, say he targets me with something, it will miss the timing, unfortunately. The last thing that needs to happen in the chain is for the card to be destroyed or sent to the graveyard. Meaning that, say, if he Regeki breaks me and then I chain the Spark Breaker, what will happen is I'll destroy my monster with Spark Breaker, and then the last thing that happens is Raigeki Break going to the graveyard, and that's not what you need. You need the last thing to happen is Gulldo going to the graveyard, which is why we do this immediately. That way, it minimizes the chances of them being able to chain anything. So, we got a good formation here. The Winda Gulldo core. It's going to take so many attacks for you to get through this board. But he's going to go into the Giant Grinder, and I am totally fine with the Giant Grinder, dude. I'll let you even get the half of the animation. I won't do the entire animation. But I'll let you get double. He's going to get 2 pops available to him. However, Gulldo is going to be able to special summon stuff, because Gulldo is not hard once per turn. You can use Gulldo as many times as you want. So we go into Eagle. Eagle gets destroyed by battle, and we special summon Calm right here, because Calm is going to be able to get us a draw. 1, 2, draw time. And now we're going to activate Pilika, or normal summon Pilika. Pilika is going to sync off the Eagle and the Calm. And then we get Gulldos. Gulldos is going to pop the monster right there. And that's lethal. Look at that. Thanks to the wind boost. Boom. Easy. 100% easy. We didn't even sweat that entire duel. Like, we were in control that entire time. Right here against... Please let this be the Shiranui fight. The Shiranui fight was so good. Oh my god. I've been saving so many replays. There we go, the Shiranui. I think we're gonna end on the Shiranui. So yeah, we're gonna go first against the Shiranui player. Meaning that we can establish a board, but you've seen the boards we established. We just set it past. You know, we don't really care about anything. So we're going to start the duel, grab the Shrine, and we're just gonna set Gulldo past. We don't care. Mizuki is going to mill the Spectral Sword, and he's going to attack into our monster. However, Gulldos is going to activate Float into Eagle. This is because we're going to just set a monster here, because we want to play as patient as possible, because we drew into Scolding. We do not want to force anything, right? If you force Shiranuis, they are going to win 100% of the time. So you need to bait out their resources and just slowly just coax them into just poking. So we're just going to he's going to Raigeki Break here on our Solemn Scolding. It's unfortunate, but this is why we didn't commit. This is why we didn't like go for like a normal summon Calm, go into Gulldos immediately, right? Because what was going to happen is we were going to get Raigeki Break ourselves, or even worse, one of these 2 back rows were going to do it, and he's going to Raigeki Break the face down either way. What this does is, we got 2 body blockers, you know, and these body blockers can float so much. You know, we still have 15 cards in our deck. We're so fine. We are not pressed to win this duel. Kazuki is going to mill a zombie monster, and from there, Spectral Sword is live. He's going to banish the Samurai Skull, go into this Zombie Skull right here. Zombie Skull is very problematic for our deck because of Lightning Vortex and contact with Gusto. These are just... We can't destroy it by card effects. We can't destroy anything by card effect while Zombie Skull is on the field. All zombie monsters are protected. So, we need to find a way to kind of get that card off of the field. But for right now, he's going to attack it to the window. Window is going to grab us into the Gulldo. And Eagle is going to grab us the Pilika. Pilika is going to revive the Eagle. So now we are back stronger than ever with a big board. And now that we have this many cards on the field, like we still have Eagle if we get like Floodgate Trap pulled or Karma Cut. Well, actually we can't get Karma Cut. If, you know, something happens, right? We still, at least at the very minimum, have Eagle to body block and float. So, I'm totally fine with Synchro Summoning into Kendama here, because we need something to punch over this Archfiend Skull. He's going to use the Kanadia. We're going to take 200 damage due to the chain reaction. I don't know why he's not on Endless Trap Hell, but that's okay. We're going to activate the Mist Valley Shrine here, just in case he draws into Raigeki Break next turn. And then we're going to normal summon the Calm. We have monsters in our graveyard, so let's go and get a draw, so that way we can be up in card advantage. So we're going to shuffle back both of our Gulldos, because we need Gulldos in our deck, because it's the best card to tag into once Spark Blaster is live. So we shuffle 2 cards back, and then we draw. And then, look at this, we have the combo right here. As soon as we get rid of the Archfiend, we can Raigeki Break Lightning Vortex into Griffin. However, we're going to boost up our Calm right here, and Calm is going to punch into this Archfiend just to get rid of it, and now our our destruction effects are live next turn. And we still have a very good board here. Kazuki is going to mill into a monster, Spectral Sword is live, so he's going to banish both of his cards, and he's going to go into Shino Saga. Shogun Saga. And he's going to use the effect to get the boost. However, we're fine. We have 2,300 attack points. That's not lethal. We don't care about anything that isn't lethal. So, we're going to take 2,100 damage, and look at that. We are 2,500 life points or less. So, we have the skill live to us next turn. Eagle is going to die, but Eagle is going to attack into a Calm right here. That way, Calm can get a draw before anything happens. We shuffle our cards back. Doop-de-doo, get a draw. Then we're going to activate the Spark Blaster. And then we activate Lightning Vortex. We're going to pitch Griffin here, destroy this entire board. Griffin effect is going to activate because it was discarded, or because it was sent from the hand to the graveyard. You can get a special summon, and his Shogun Saga is going to activate. He's going to target one of his banished monsters with 0 defense, one of his zombie monsters, and return it to the graveyard. But that's fine. So we special summon Calm right here, and Calm is not once per turn. It's not a hard once per turn. It's once per copy, meaning that you can, whoop-de-doo, get another draw. This is why we play patient with the deck, because look at this. He wasted so much resources and forced his plays. We kept our plays to our chest, and we're being rewarded by so much card advantage. We still haven't even activated our Spark Breaker and Mist Valley play yet. You know, we're looking so good. We have a Lightning Vortex and Griffin live still. Like, we have a second, like, wave of that. And we're just gonna lethal here. Raigeki Break is going to activate. However, he destroyed a wind monster by a card effect. What do I have to say? Mist Valley coming onto the board. Gulldo is going to attack. Chain Destruction is coming through. He's just going to destroy all of our copies of Gulldo, but we don't care, because look at this. Gulldo is going to attack into this Canadia, and then we activate Spark Breaker. Spark Breaker destroys Gulldo. Gulldo is destroyed by a card effect. Go into Winda for the game. And that is going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you like the deck. It's a little bit complicated, but I am so happy that I got to play Gustos. Gusto is my favorite deck of all time. And I literally sat in the deck builder for like an hour trying to think of how I can abuse Gustos. And I'm so glad I thought of the Primo. So if you guys like the content, just let me know down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.